Hello everybody, and welcome back to Vintage Story. Today, as always, we got some work to do. Now, last episode, we got our personal inventory all taken care of. We have so much more space. We got a bunch of bony soil that we need to pan through. We got, of course, our new iron axe, our iron shield, as well as our iron pickaxe, looking beautiful right there. So we are ready for some more serious adventuring. Of course, we have a ton more iron that we could be working through. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and grab up our next bloomeries here. Alright, I think we should have enough bricks to make 2 more. So let's go ahead and get 2 more bloomeries going here. I want to keep producing this iron as much as we can. Alright, let's get some more charcoal and iron ore in there. We're going to have to crack through the rest of our current stash here. Quite a bit of iron there. Very nice. 120 nuggets per. As well as our charcoal here. Then we'll get these lit. Alright, got some more iron in the works here. Very nice. We still have 23 blooms that we haven't worked through yet. We do, of course, have our new expanded storage over here, so we can do a little bit of sorting. Figure out how we want to store some of this stuff. We do also need to do a little bit of cooking. There's just always chores on the list here. The leather is going to take 3 days for the middle process, and then we'll be able to put it in the strong tannin, which will probably take another few days. So quite a few days left in order to get our backpacks going here. But what I want to do right now, work on expanding our farm a little bit more. So we don't have very much medium fertility soil, so we're definitely going to need to go on a big soil gathering mission here. And we have a bunch of seeds that we want to get planted up ASAP. Go ahead and get these seeds right here planted. And we are going to want to move our farm now that we have a bucket, of course. Don't really want to have it in the water like this, or maybe, I don't know, it's kind of nice having it in front of the base. Maybe we move it kind of over here, like this big open area. We can level this out and turn this into a big old farm. But of course, we have to wait for our first growth cycle to finish before we can really get to work on that. I'm gonna get a hoe napped up here, and then let's get to work planting these seeds. First job of the episode today, just a little bit of farming. Be enough for the rest of our seeds. Let's get all of this tilled up and planted. There we go. Looking pretty nice here. Pretty decently sized farm. Interesting. So I thought we were in a temperate climate, but it looks like it is just a little bit too hot for this rye here. Little unfortunate, but there's not really much we can do about that. Since we have our expanded storage, I think let's just go ahead and craft up our winter clothes. So I'm going to grab up all of our pelts here. So 3 of these pelts should be enough. Grab this flint knife that we found. There's our fur coat. There's our fur boots. And there's our fur gloves. There we go, the full winter set. Boots, gloves, coat, all ready to go. We'll get these stored away for now. But with that taken care of, now we don't really need to worry about saving hides or pelts or anything like that. It looks like about all we can do as far as preparation for the winter goes. So we have 2 more pelts here. We'll have to figure out what we want to do with those. But we are a little low on food in our inventory at least. We have plenty of meat. Oh, this meat is already spoiling. I guess we have to cook right now. Our meat is spoiling. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of cooking here. Some firewood on the fire. Probably going to need a little bit more firewood. There we go. Get that cooking up. Gotta make sure you don't waste any meat or anything like that. This bush meat is also about to rot. We could just cook this up. It's just kind of a waste, if I'm being honest. A waste of firewood, that is. It's not a very good food. I mean, it's not, you know, unneeded. It's still nice to have, but you know, we are out of logs right now, so maybe we break in our beautiful new iron axe here. We have a big, giant pine forest right over here, with plenty more on the way, so, you know, I'm not going to be too picky about getting pine cones or anything like that right now. We could always gather a ton of pine cones with our shears. Let's just see how quickly this cuts. Oh, wow. Super fast. Just going to cut down maybe just a couple of these. Tons of durability. Really fast cutting speed. Gotta love it. I am going to use the flint axe to actually chop the firewood. Save a little durability that way. And then let's actually just stack some firewood down here so we have it whenever we need it. Don't really have much left in terms of meat. Maybe that's a sign that we need to do some more hunting, get a little bit more food going here. We already have a pretty decent amount of grains that should do us well in the winter. I do think I'm just gonna roast this meat up here. Let's get 14 bush meat cooked up. We'll just eat that. Alright, and there we go. Cooked bush meat, not the best food item. You know, only 120 satiation. You know, just eating a regular turnip is 100 satiation, so, you know, not a super powerful food item, but, you know, better than letting it go to waste. So, priorities. I think we're pretty okay on food for the winter with all of those grains and vegetables. Those should last a decent amount of time and last us through the winter. We won't really have much meat unless we can start sealing our crocks. So if we look at our fat over here, we only have 8. Using fat to seal crocks always seems like such a waste for me. Fat is useful for so many things in this game. You can make oil lamps, you can make gears that can sort of automate production processes later on. So I would like to save as much of that fat as I can. Maybe we just kind of do a little bit of gambling and explore a bunch of forest biomes. See if we maybe can't get lucky in terms of finding a beehive. We could just start with like this forest right down here. We haven't really explored this outside of just this sort of area right here. So we can come down through this forest and then up this direction looking for more seeds, all the way back up, maybe through this forest, and then back into our base. So I think that is our next adventure plan, is we're going to go through this forest, see how far it extends, come up through the grassy fields, see if there's anything else of interest, and then loop back. That's going to be our next adventure. Of course, it is getting late right now, so, you know, I'm not a very big nighttime adventuring kind of guy. Go ahead and get all of our bushmeat here. Get the rest of this stacked back over there. I think that is good for food for now. As far as night goes, so what I do want to definitely do is, let's get our bucket, and let's maybe get a little bit of a water pool down in the basement, and we can do some panning through the night. Alright, we'll get all of our 11 bony soils here. Back down into the basement, and maybe we actually do the water right here. So we are nice and concealed in here, and to make an infinite water pool you just need one little splotch. So we'll make this infinite, and then do this twice here. Very nice. Go ahead and plug this hole back up, and then get our bony soil out, as well as our pan. And that is going to be our project for tonight. Just a little bit of panning to do here. Ooh, got some linen thread right out of the gate. So I'm just going to be panning through all of this tonight. Hopefully we can get lucky, maybe get some candles, something like that. Alright, so I finished panning through all the soil. Unfortunately, no candles. We did get some good items here though. So we got a copper chain, which we can crack open into nuggets, or we can use that potentially for copper chainmail armor. 2 bony rib cages, a gold nugget, and a silver nugget. a bunch of copper and flint arrowheads, which are going to be super useful, as well as a copper spearhead, which is really nice. So we basically got a free copper spear. Might as well just craft that up right now. Copper spear. So you can see, compared to the other one, it's 2 damage, 5 when thrown, compared to 2.8 damage and 5.75 when thrown, and a lot more durability. So nice to get a free copper spear, and then arrows are also going to be nice. I think maybe we work on crafting up a bow now that we have so many arrowheads. We also did get 2 lore books here. I think if we put these in our inventory and read them, we get some kind of, yeah, there we go, lore 2 out of 2. These happen to be the same exact lore book, it seems like. Oh, there we go, no, they were different, 2 out of 5. So 2 lore books. You can check out the lore from those. We also got a ton of flax fibers, which can be turned into twine, which is really nice. Nice little bit of progress there towards our flax armor or gambazin, or potentially more linen sacks. You know, there are a bunch of different things we can do with that. We have a ton of drifters. They somehow got into my fencing here. I'm going to have to figure out how they're getting into the fencing. I don't know if they're like spawning, or maybe I left my gate open. I can't remember what happened there. We're going to have to fight our way out of here. I am going to wait a little bit more here. It's still kind of dark out there. They're still spawning. So let's take a little bit of time to do some more work after all of that panning. Let's turn some of our grain into flour here. So we have our quern set up, and if we open it up, put our grain into this side, you can see if you hold right click, it'll slowly process the grains into flour. So it's a slow process. You can automate this with windmills later on, but we're going to start working on our flour here. And this will start giving us access to bread, which we can craft an oven for using fire clay bricks, or I think just regular fire clay to craft the ovens. So we're definitely going to want to get some ovens crafted up as well to bake this bread into, or bake this flour into delicious bread. So very nice. We're going to wait out some more of these drifters here and just spend a few hours grinding away on our flour. Alright, so we got all of our flour crafted up. You can see it lasts for an insanely long time, 6 years. Once you turn it into bread, of course, it will be a little bit less than that. But yeah, we have some nice flour prepared for winter here. And of course, we're going to be getting a ton more from our farm pretty soon. So very nice. Now, it is about 5 in the morning, and we have drifters right outside our door. I think maybe we try and take this one guy on here. Okay, so our window is not open. Not 100% sure how they got in here. Thank goodness for this Falk's Blade. Oh, they're also just lurking on my farm over there. We got one in the pit. I might have to figure out how they're getting in here. I don't think they should be able to spawn in the yard with the torch here. Maybe they're spawning like right there or something. I'll have to figure out how to make this a little bit safer. But yeah, that is a productive night. Bunch of crafting taken care of. Very nice. Let's go ahead and see if we can't maybe get some fibers from these guys. Alright. All the drifters taken care of. Doesn't look like any loot, unfortunately. Yeah, let's take a look at our crops. Oh, we got a drifter right in our farm. He's coming for us. 2 of them. Alright. That one looks like he's heading away. Nothing there. Still got some time left on all of our crops. These carrots are almost done though. Very nice. So our first little harvest is just over the horizon here. Looking forward to that. We'll keep that copper spear on hand. That will be really nice. Yeah, I'm just going to dump all this extra loot in a chest, and then let's get to work on our adventure. See if we can... Ooh, there's a... Oh! There was a rift inside of my base. Interesting. Maybe that's how they got in? I'm not sure. My doors were closed, so not 100% sure how they got in. Maybe we bring our shield with us, as well as our pickaxe. We'll just bring the tin bronze for now. So as stated, we're going to go down to this big forest region here, wrap all the way around, and see if we can't get lucky. Alright, so here is that forest. We're going to just start making our way through this thing. I do have the Buzzwords mod installed, so even if I can't hear them, hopefully I'll be able to get a visual clue if there are any bees around. We have a little pine resin here, always nice. Clear out some of our inventory space. Grab this up. Always nice to have some resin. Might gather a few of these horsetails while we're in the forest as well. Make sure we have a little supply for more healing items. Always kind of on edge in the forests. Never know when you're going to run across wolves or bears out here. Very difficult to see too. Got some chickens. Not too scary. It's a pretty sizable forest from what I'm seeing. I think I'm just going to go all the way around through here. Very slow going through this forest here. Very mountainous. If we did find bees out here, it's going to be a little bit of a journey getting back here. Yeah, I mean, this is about my experience with bees. Just walking slowly through forests, getting stuck into bushes, and hoping and praying that you hear something. Hoping and praying you don't fall off of a cliff. Alright, we made it to the edge of this forest. Check a little bit in this direction, and then we'll head down. Yeah, that's the end of the forest biome there. Let's head on down into this new forest over here. Perilous parkour here. Make our way down. I might be doing this prematurely. You know, we could technically be able to survive through the winter with just the bread and all of that. But bees are just so useful for so many reasons. I am willing to dedicate a full day of just walking through forests, trying to find them. And even if you dedicate multiple days, sometimes you still won't find them. So, kind of fingers crossed at this point. Fingers crossed we don't run into any wolves either. Oh, we did find a little ruins over here. Get some more bony soil, potentially. Got a tool vessel with, tin bronze pick and copper pick, maybe. I think it was the copper pick and the flint axe is what we just picked up. Very nice. We kind of made it to the bottom of this forest already. I'm going to wrap my way through here. Then we'll check this forest, and then this forest, and then I guess we'll make our way back. Alright, so we have emerged from this forest. Nothing to speak of as far as bees go, unfortunately. So we're just going to wrap our way alongside this lake. Be very careful not to fall to our doom. And then we'll make it up to that other forest in the north. Oh! That was a bear sleeping on a tree and then a wolf. So we're just going to dive in the water here. That bear was on top of a tree. Very interesting. So animals are slower in the water, so that's always an option. Don't see that bear. I think it was a bear. Maybe it was a wolf on top of the tree. Didn't exactly get a clear look before that other wolf. Yeah, that is a bear. That is a bear in the tree. Look at that. Alright, well. Nothing but danger in that forest. Make our way onto dry land here. Hopefully no more wolves. A couple more ruins we can check out over here. Oh, we've got a couple bony soils here. Always nice. Dig that up. Ooh, few. Oh, and a basement here. Guess we're gonna have to check it out. Let's get on in there. About a torch. Let's see what we got. I'm seeing another aged torch holder. Very nice. I'm gonna grab that for sure. Let's get rid of this cobweb. Grab this aged torch holder. Does look like it kind of continues in that direction. Just gonna break our way through some of this rubble here. Alright, I think that might actually be the whole thing. Let's make our way out of here. To sort through our inventory a little bit. Another vessel here, forage vessel. Looks like a bunch of clay, blue clay. We don't really need that. Nice that we got a torch holder though, very cool. Couple more ruins to check out. Oh, more bony soil. Excellent. Even if we strike out on bees, we did get another torch holder, which is very cool. A seed vessel here with some rye seeds in there. Alright, and I think that might be it for these ruins. No more immediately obvious bony soil or anything like that. Alright, I guess we continue on our journey here to that little northern forest. One more forest to check out on this loop here. Of course, keeping an eye out for more ruins, more seeds, anything of that variety. Oh, there is another ruins right over here I can see on the map. Let me check this out. We have another vessel, no bony soil on the ground. This is another forage vessel, so hopefully not clay. Okay. Bunch of dry grass. Interesting. Saves me some time mining it by hand, I guess. But yeah, let's check out this little forest right here. Oh, that's on top of a mountain. Maybe we don't check out that forest. Maybe what we do is just head home for right now. We'll pass through this little forest here. I don't know if we've actually explored this one. Head on home, and tomorrow we give it another shot. I think we're pretty good on food for the time being. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in our backpack. Let's just head back home. You know, didn't get exactly what we were looking for, unfortunately, but we did get another torch holder. You know, that's very nice. So not a totally useless journey, that's for sure. We do have another little patchy forest on a mountain here. Let's just walk through this, see if we can't hear any bees, and make our way home. Alright, well, no bees today, at least. If any of you have tips on finding bees, definitely let me know. I know it needs to be like within a specific temperature range and a specific precipitation range. I believe just in the temperate climate like we're in right now, it should be fine. But up in the higher altitudes, it maybe gets a little too cold for them. That's about the extent of my knowledge. Definitely want to get my hands on some if I can. Do have a little pig here. A little bit of inventory space. Might as well try and grab ourselves a little bit more meat. Alright. Nice chunk of meat, some fat there. We are out of storage space. I'm just going to drop this almost broken flint spear here. And then I do want the bones as well. Let's head back to the base. It is getting dark. Very unfortunate we weren't able to get bees, but I mean, I was kind of expecting it. Don't know if we'll even be able to find them within like 1,000 block range of our house. They are very, very rare from my experience. But yeah, with that taken care of, let's just get our food in our storage here, and then we'll sort through our new loot. Decent amount of meat there. Another hide. Some more bony soil for us to sift through. Of course, another aged torch holder, which is awesome. It'll help light up our base a little bit more in here. Very cool. We got 2 in the base, plus an oil lamp, and then 1 oil lamp downstairs. 1 torch holder outside. Alright, so for tonight, it is low rift activity, so we could potentially get some work in, but what I think I want to do is do a little bit more work on getting some iron stuff ready here. I think what we do for tonight is let's get a few more blooms turned into ingots here. Of course, we do have another tin bronze pick, another tin bronze prospecting pick ready to go. I could make a iron hammer, potentially. That would last us a lot longer than this tin bronze. I don't know if that's a waste. We have a decent amount of copper and tin in reserves here. But I do think I want to kind of save that for like lantern crafting and things like that. We have access to so much iron right now. I think maybe let's craft up an iron hammer. So we have an iron axe, iron shield, iron pickaxe. I mean, we could maybe use like an iron shovel or something like that. That'll just last us a ton of time, especially if we're going to be doing a lot of ruins digging. But I think for now, let's just make the one iron hammer. And then with that iron hammer, we'll get to work hammering out our ingots. Yeah, tonight is just going to be a chill night of crafting. Not super pumped about not finding bees, but I mean, I was kind of expecting to strike out. We could just go super far north, like into these forests. We haven't explored these at all yet. And just kind of see maybe if we get lucky up there. Get an iron hammerhead here. Rotate this thing around. There we go, iron hammer. Very nice. Craft that to instantly cool it. So we have plenty of hammer durability to go with that baby. Let's get to work doing a few blooms now. Alright, we got 4 iron ingots. I think that's good for now. And I guess get prepared for our next bee search here. Yeah, there could potentially be, better uses of our time, but I feel like we're pretty prepared for winter as far as food goes without the bees. Oh, we got our strong tannin ready to go, so just one more day and we'll be able to get our first batch of leather. Very nice. But yeah, I think we're pretty set on food. Just finding more seeds and potentially finding bees is the best sort of thing that we could do right now. Take a look at our crops. Looks like some of them might be ready to go. The carrots potentially are ready to go. Nope, not quite yet. Still a little bit more time on the carrots. A little bit more time on all of these. We're fine to leave them for right now. Alright, so our next journey, I think I want to go past this merchant and we'll check out these 2 big forests up here. See if we can't maybe find some bees up there. Get a little bit more food ready to go here maybe. Make sure we're not caught out unprepared. I do think I will take my shield just for a little bit more protection if we need it. And maybe while we're all the way up there, we could do a little bit of just prospecting, see what kind of minerals are out there. Yeah, I think with that, we are ready to go here. Got a little bit of dirt. Oh, that was the other thing I was thinking about, making an iron shovel. If we find ruins and stuff like that, maybe we just go ahead and do that. We'll make 1 iron shovel here. And that iron shovel will last us for quite some time. Very nice. Do the instant cooling trick here. Boom. There we go. Rack our tools back up here, and we are ready for our adventure. So now if we find any ruins out there, we are good to go. I don't think I want to bring the CarryOn chest. Maybe I'll regret that later, but I don't want to lose the movement speed if I can help it. Beautiful sunrise coming up to greet us. Get on our way here. 3 more days and we'll have a huge harvest of berries, which is cool. Yeah, let's get moving here. Pretty much just straight north from here, and we'll get into the forest biomes. I'm gonna go this way to avoid the bear, hopefully. Again, I don't know how good the shield is, really. It's just sort of a 90% chance to block is really nice, 4 HP absorption. Alright. Oh, there's the bear. Okay. We're gonna run this way. Hopefully it's just that one bear. And let's just keep on moseying in this direction. Oh, we got some rams here. Don't think I'm gonna mess with those guys right now. Another goat up here. Tons of goats. This is a really good spawn for goats. Gotta remember that. Very perilous mountainside here. Alright, entering a little bit of a forest here. Gonna keep going north in this direction. and see if we can't get any bee action going. We're running. See if we can't get him to fall in this pit here. Oh, alright. Stop chasing us. Man. Another close call. That's why we're not using the CarryOn chest right now. Just stick to the little bit more open side of the forest here. You have some mushrooms and stuff like that. Nice, big, dense forest here for us to hopefully find bees in. See, I mean, I don't know how much of this I'm going to show. It's just literally me walking slowly through the forest, scared about wolves and bears, and keeping my ears peeled for some bee buzzing. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a moose. But I'm seeing bees. I'm seeing them. Where are they? Yeah. Okay. Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. We are pinning this. Wow. Okay. We found bees. We officially have found bees. Oh my god. Yes, dude. Wow. Okay. Okay. So. That was a lot of running around, but we found the bees that we need. Wow. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to craft a skep to populate with bees, and we need to put a bunch of flowers around here, and that will allow the bees to actually populate the skep. So, dang, what? I don't even know what to say. Okay, let's go back to the base, get the materials that we need. Hopefully don't run into any wolves or anything like that. But yeah, let's head back to base. That's huge. I can't believe we found those bees. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I was not actually expecting to find bees ever, if I'm being honest. I feel like some people, you can play the game and it'll be like thousands of blocks away before you find any bees. It's possible for bees to like spawn in places where you can't even hear them. Like, it is just so hard to find bees, so I am extremely, extremely pumped that we found those. That is awesome. This is the first time I've found bees, so I mean, I know about the process because I've watched some videos on how to do it. That's a wolf. Not mess with that guy. I've watched some videos on how to tame bees and, like, you know, generally where to find them. People recommend you go to the forest biome where there's wolves and bears everywhere. They recommend you go into the forest biome where there's a lot of trees where they can spawn. But the forest is usually the best place to find them, and man, we found them at last. It only took, you know, 2 days of exploration. The first time I played this game... Oh crap, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Pigs, wolves, bears. They're just raining on my parade here. Maybe we just exit this forest, and we don't have to worry about going into dangerous forests anymore because we have found our bees. We have to do, you know, one more adventure out here. It takes a few days, I think, for you to actually get some bees into your own little hive. So, you know, we have a few days of waiting ahead of us after we craft up the stuff that we need, but man, that is so awesome. I actually can't believe we found those bees. I'm glad I installed that mod, the Buzzwords, because I definitely did not hear them before I saw that little buzz icon. Definitely could have just, you know, walked straight past them if I didn't have that mod, so 100% recommend Buzzwords. That's what got us the bees this time. Absolutely awesome. Man, I'm really hyped about that. That's that's candles for us. That is, you know, beeswax for candles. That is honey for jams and stuff like that. Beeswax for sealing our crocks for the winter, so now we can have, you know, meat stew and stuff like that preserved in our cellar. Bees are just so huge, and we officially have found some. It's the first time I've ever found bees. I feel like this seed is extremely blessed. Almost 2 full days of running around looking for bees, and we got them. That is huge. Let's not die to the bear lurking in these areas. get home, we're gonna have to carve up a bunch of these cattails here to make ourselves some skeps. And we also are gonna need a ton of flowers. I think this is a flower. Oh, this is a plant. Okay, we're gonna need to get a ton of flowers. So might as well start gathering these up. All the flowers we can find in this area. And what you're going to do is plant a bunch of flowers next to that beehive, and then place your skep next to it as well. And then in a few days in-game time, the bees will proliferate and populate your skep. So we're just going to gather up a ton of these flowers, and then we'll go get some cattail reeds. I can hardly wait for those bees. That is crazy. Oh, it looks like some of our crops might be finished as well. All good news. I am on top of the world right now. That is awesome. Okay, that should be enough flowers, I think. A bunch of cow parsley and woad. When we actually plant our own beehive over here, we're going to probably want some more, but for just the purpose of populating a skep, that should be good. Cattails always useful for a number of reasons, bee skeps being one of them. That should be more than enough for what we need. And if we look at our guide here, empty skep, so a little bit of blue clay and a ton of reeds around it. We're going to get a few of these crafted up because we're going to want to get some prepared around our base as well. Man, I actually can't believe we found those. That is so awesome. We're going to make maybe 2 of these for now. And just like that, 2 empty skeps. We're only going to need 1 for the first part of this procedure. Let's get all of this in here again. Get our food storage sorted out. Alright, so we have our flowers, we have our skep. I think I'm going to want a little bit of dirt to kind of like build up close to where those bees are. And we'll have like a little platform up there, and we'll set up our empty skep and all of these flowers around it. And using that, we should be able to grab ourselves the bees that we need. So once you have your skep filled with bees, you actually need to use one of your backpack or basket inventory slots to carry it. So when we go back there in a couple of days after it's hopefully proliferated, we will then be able to pick the skep up, bring it back to our base, and then have our own beehive kind of right next to where we live. Maybe we set it up here where the old charcoal pit was. Have a nice little flower garden full of bee skeps right over here. And yeah, you'll be able to multiply your bees indefinitely. Get yourself some honeycomb, get yourself some honey. And man, that is huge for us. A wild daisy there. Maybe grab up a few more flowers just in case. And what I think we're going to do is, let's just sleep the night off. And in the morning, head on over for our final journey here. As far as bees go, our final journey. And get ourselves some bees for the base. Oh, turnips are also considered strained by heat here. Interesting. I'm not sure, maybe we're like too low in the valley. Maybe if we put our farm up on top of that mountain or something, it would be a little better for our crops. But fortunately, flax is okay out here. And I think, yeah, let's sleep. And first thing in the morning, we'll head over there. We have everything we need, a bunch of dirt. We have our skep, our flowers, and our dirt. Pretty much everything we're gonna need. Yeah, I'm super pumped. Or actually, before we sleep, maybe we do a little cooking. Our meat has a little bit of time left on it. And, you know, when we're doing cooking like this, we'll start to be able to preserve our food pretty soon here. Because we will now have beeswax to seal our crocks. Absolutely awesome. Middle stage leather is about to be finished as well here. 0.1 of a day left, and then we'll be able to stick it in the strong tannin. Alright, got our cooking done here. We'll get this stored away, turn off our campfire, and with that job taken care of, we are ready to hit the sack, and then first thing bright in the morning, we are going to go get ourselves the first stage of our bees taken care of. Actually, before we do that, one more thing. Let's just get these bloomeries going again. Always more chores to be done in this game, always things to manage. But I am feeling great. We got bees. I can't believe it. Alright. And with that chore taken care of, we are done with what we want to do for today. Go ahead and get some rest, get some shut-eye. First thing in the morning, we're heading over to get our bees. Good morning, everybody. Bright and early, 7 a.m. We are well rested. I'm going to grab up some more of these flowers here just in case. And let's make our way over to the beehive and get this thing set up and officially working on gathering us up our first bees. Oh, I never noticed this, but there's high fertility soil right here. Okay, interesting. We're gonna have to gather that as well. Very cool. The good news just keeps multiplying. High fertility soil, bees. Let's get on our way here. A little flax, a couple more flax seeds potentially. We are just turning up good news all over the place today. I can see it from here. That forest right over there is our beautiful, beautiful bee area. We have a lot of forests to cross through to get there. It's a lot of potential wolves and bears and such, but it's going to be worth it 100%. So these little tiny flowers, these will be really nice for when we do the actual planting of our bees at our home. The big giant ones kind of block the bees. It makes it a little hard to navigate and see, so maybe we get a bunch of these little flowers as well. Let's keep on our journey here. We will not get sidetracked. We are getting our bees starting. Alright, we are approaching the bees here. There they are. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to build a little platform up here, right beneath them. Maybe I break some of these branches. I got to be very careful not to break the beehive. Let's get one more up here, and then kind of just build a little platform here. Not 100% sure like what the range is. We could potentially make it a little higher actually. Right there should be good, I think. We'll have all of our flowers right beneath the bees. All of our flowers and our skep right there. I'm being very, very careful not to break the branches attached to the beehive. That would be catastrophic. I think that should be good. So we're going to get our skep. We're going to place that right beneath the beehive. Okay. And then we're going to get a bunch of our flowers planted up here all around it. Did I just hear a drifter? Oh no, there's drifters here coming out of the cave. Okay, well, looks like it's just one, so not a huge problem. But here we go. We got our skep up here, all these flowers. It's empty for now. The population size is poor, but we have flowers up here now. Hopefully this will be enough to make that proliferate. And once it does, then they will go into our skep here. This is why I was saying I want the small flowers, because it's really hard to see through the big ones. I mean, maybe we could even expand this a little bit more. I don't know how far the range goes as far as flowers affecting the beehives, but we might as well try and get a few more up here. So hopefully just in a couple of days, we'll officially have our bees ready to go. Okay. That's quite a few flowers. Oh, the population size is now large and will swarm in 3 days. Okay. So we'll keep that in mind. 3 days, so 3 days from July 2nd. Alright, so that's that problem taken care of. Now, we have to worry about this drifter here. I have to make my way down here carefully. He's throwing rocks at us. Fortunately, I do have a decent amount of, ouch, dirt here. Kinda. Oh, there's two of them? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to seal whatever cave they came out of. Fortunately, I did bring my copper spear this time, so we have a little bit of a ways to defend ourselves. There's one. I hear another one coming. Where are these all coming from? Okay, I think that's it. Alright, we have to figure out where they came from so we can block it up. Seems like maybe from here. Oh, that moose scared the crap out of me right there. Alright, the moose is getting blocked. You're staying down there, buddy. Alright. I'm just gonna make a little warning here. Make sure not to fall down there. Alright. So I think that's where they came from. Let's go ahead and carve them up. Maybe we can get some loot from these guys. Oh! I just got a temporal gear. So now we can officially set our respawn point. Man, today is a crazy day. First temporal gear. Got our bees. Crazy, crazy day in Vintage Story. Alright. So in 3 days we will have bees. It's just a waiting game now. But with that taken care of, let's head on back home. Celebrate our multiple victories. We got a temporal gear to set our respawn. I think I might want to hang on to that temporal gear until we have like a little bit more of an established base. So that way I can set our respawn nice and safe indoors. Not have to worry about that. I did turn on unlimited temporal respawn, so once we set that respawn point, it will be infinite for us. Here we go, back out into the bright grassy plains, safe from... Is that what I think it is? Wait. I just let my eyes follow that rabbit, and I think this is brown coal. Is this another great find today? This is black coal. There's quite a bit of it here. That is going to save us on having to craft charcoal. This basically acts like charcoal. I'm going to make a little wall here to block off any potential drifters that could get us from there. Alright. I don't know what that is. Is that clay? Oh, this is also fire clay here. And a bunch of flint. Man, look at all this coal that we just found. And fortunately we do have our pickaxe on us. Man, might as well take the hat trick today. Bees, temporal gear, and then free coal. This is a fantastic, fantastic day. Just mine up a ton of this coal. Of course we're going to want to pin this on the map. Let's get back to mining. This is going to save us so much time on having to make charcoal pits. Good thing we brought our bronze pick with us. I think this is a water block. Not sure what I'm looking at here. Okay, there's a water block there for some reason. I'll just plug that up. That was weird. Okay. Maybe the Plains and Valleys mod doing some weird stuff, but man, tons and tons of coal here. Let's just get a huge amount of it. We're gonna need it. This is probably one of the luckiest days I've ever had in this game. Never found bees before. I have found brown coal before, but black coal I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if this is better than brown coal. So here we go. Brown coal, 1177 seconds. Black coal, 1284 seconds. So it is better than brown coal. Wow. We are so lucky. So yeah, we got a few days here. 3 days from the second. Gotta remember that, and then we'll be able to get our bees. And in the meantime, we're gonna have all of the coal we could possibly need to do all of the smelting. Alright, 2 full stacks of coal. Very beautiful. We're definitely gonna be coming back here. That's gonna be enough coal for us for a long time. We're gonna have our bees here shortly. Man, I am so pumped for the progress we made today. We also have our temporal gear, of course. Amazing, amazing day in Vintage Story. Oh, and what do you know, I actually found brown coal bits as well right here. So I think that means there's brown coal underneath. So we'll also pin some brown coal here. Alright, so we have black coal, we have brown coal. What else can we get from out here? This day has been crazy, that is for sure. Get some more of these tiny little flowers here. Lilies of the valley. And a lot of flower picking here. We're going to need a ton of flowers. Oh. A rift just spawned right on top of me right there. Oh. We got another trader over here. Next to some peat. Check out this guy, see what he is. We have a commodities trader. Alright, sweet commodities trader. It is getting a little late here, medium rift activity, so I think let's head on back to the base now. Get nice and safe indoors. Celebrate all that we found today, all that we accomplished. All of these flowers are really nice. We're going to have to pick these for the official beekeeping here. Alright, just wrap around this little gravel area, and we will be back home in no time. There's that familiar little spire over there. Let's just make our way home and settle in after that huge, huge victory of a day. Alright, I think that is going to finish it for today's episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I am super excited about all the progress we made today. So much progress. We officially have bees now, which is amazing. We have all of the coal that we could possibly need. We are ready to seriously enter the Iron Age, and we are going to be super prepared for the winter thanks to all the beeswax we will be generating shortly here. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye.